Hello, so today I'm going to show you some features in Excel that you'll find useful when you are doing tables for your IAs in physics. So this is an example using the gravity free fall investigation. So I've already pre-populated some of the headings that I think I'm going to need and some of the data from my trials. So the first thing I'm going to show you, if we have a look at the distance, this is what we varied. This is our independent variable, so I've put it in the first column. And I've started to populate 0.05 meters, then 0.1 meters. And because of my experiment, I carried on this trend for several times. To save typing it all in, if you highlight both boxes and then hover over the corner box here and drag it down, Excel will follow the same pattern and automatically populate 0.15, 0.2, etc. going down. So that can save you time if you've got a long list of data. Next, I'm going to take this distance, and for the graph that I want to plot, I actually want 2 times distance. So I want to double these values. So to do that, I'm going to click equals. I'm going to click on the value that I want to multiply by 2. The star value of your keyboard represents multiplication, and I'm going to put in my 2. So I've now got 0.1, which is what I wanted. And again, to save having to do the formula multiple times, I'm going to just hover over that box, click, left-hand click, and drag it down the page. And now that calculation has been done for all my values. Next, we go across to the velocity data. So I've put in my column title, velocity, got my units and my measurement error, and I've done 3 repeats. So when we're doing this, in fact, all of these are velocity. Rather than write it 3 times, we can merge the cells. So if we write in the first cell our data, highlight the next 2 cells. If we go to the Home tab at the top, and here you'll see a button that says Merge and Center. If you click on that, it will automatically put it in the middle, and now that's telling you that all of those are velocity figures. And for making your report look nice, we might want to just put all of this in a nice table format. So if we highlight the area that we want to have in table format and go up to the top here, you'll see different options. So here I'm going to go for just a general grid, and then maybe I want to put my top column headings in a slightly stronger border. I'm going to go up again and click here. Maybe also to make it stand out, grey it out can be useful as well. Maybe the same here. Okay, so now I've got my distance, I've got that multiplied, and my velocity. Next, I need to work out my mean. I've already put that in. Okay, so I'm going to show you the quick way when you know how to do it. First, you're going to click equals. Now I know that I want an average function. So I'm going to just type in the word average, and as I start to type, it'll give me options. And I want this one. So if I double click on that, it will populate that in for me, and it puts this open bracket. I'm now going to tell it the cells I want it to do the average over, so I'm going to highlight those cells there, and then just close the bracket and hit return. Now I've got an average of those values, and again we're going to do this drag and drop feature, which will copy the formula down. So now I've got all my averages calculated. Next one is maybe a little more tricky. So sometimes you're not necessarily going to know the right command. There's a lot of different mathematical functions you can put in. So if you don't know what your command is, you can go along to the Formulas tab at the top here and click on Insert Function. And here it's going to give you a huge range of functions. Now I want to work out the range to get my uncertainty, so I want to find my range across the 3 trials. So to do that, I need my maximum value, my minimum value, so I'm going to subtract those from each other and then divide by 2. So I'm not sure what the function is for maximum, so I'm going to just try typing that in. And it's going to give me some options. Max looks good. It says it returns the largest value in a set of values. So I'm going to go for that one. So if I click on that, it's automatically selected for me A4 to F4, which is not what I want. So I want C to E. So I'm going to highlight the ones that I want there. Now it's putting the right ones and just click OK. So now I've got the max value of those three values. Now what I actually want is max minus the min. So I'm going to go up to the top here. I'm going to just type in a minus. And now I want to put in the min function. So again, if I didn't know what it was, I could go back to this insert function. But as I know it's min, I'm just going to start typing. It's brought it up for me. Double click. And again, I'm going to highlight those are the three values I want it to do it across. So now I've got max minus min. Now I need to put that whole lot in another set of brackets. So I'm going up to the top there and doing that. I'm now going to divide that by 2 to get my average range value and click equals. So now let's just check that looks about right. Yep, so we've got it varying between 0.15 and 0.25. Half that gives me 0.05. And again, I'm just going to copy that formula down. And now I've got my V uncertainty value for my 3 trials all the way down. Okay, so we're almost done now. Now I actually want to plot on my graph V squared. I'm going to be plotting 2s versus v squared, so I want to work out my v squared value. So again, I happen to know that I want to use the power function, so I'm going to type in an equals. I'm going to start typing power, and it comes up. And this is the one I want to do. So F4, my v mean, and I want it to do it to the power of 2, or squared. So I just type comma 2. And hit enter. Again, I could have done that via the function tab if I wasn't sure what the right thing was. And then again, drag and copy my formula down. And last of all, now I want to work out my percentage uncertainty for v squared. So I'm going to take my v uncertainty. I'm going to divide that by the mean. Times by 100 to get my percentage uncertainty for v. And then because I want v squared, I'm going to times that by 2. So I'm going to type in that formula in a straightforward way. So I've got my v uncertainty. So click on that cell, divide by my v mean, click on that cell. Now I want to times, so my little star symbol again, by 100. So that's going to be giving me my percentage for v uncertainty, and because I want it squared, I'm going to times by 2. So remember, you double it. Oops. Let's go back there. Times by 2. Hit enter. So that's not looking so good. I've got a pretty big uncertainty there. And again, copy my formula down. Now we're almost done. The last thing we've got to do is just check for the right number of significant figures. So you can see immediately there we've got quite a range. Now for uncertainties we normally want to do it to one significant figure, so I'm going to just highlight those. So left click and drag over the cells that you want. And then so in the home tab you'll see these little buttons here. This will change the number of decimal places. So this is going to increase it. This is going to take it down. So I want to take it all the way down to 1 decimal place in this case. And possibly here I've just put in random values here. So probably I would actually want to get this down to 1 significant figure. So I would then maybe have to manually round that up to 60, etc. if you had such a big range like this. Let's see if we've got some other examples here. You can see velocity. We've got different numbers of significant figures. So here, for example, we need to add a significant figure. So I'm going to just click on that one and click on this button at the top here. And now I've got that to the 2 decimal places. So particularly when there's a naught on the end, Excel will automatically not put in that naught. If you want it to be there, you're going to have to go in and do this here. So maybe here, let's say I want it to 1 significant figure. See if it will round it. No, okay, so this won't round it down further. So if I wanted to change this, I would then have to manually go in and put it in at 60%. But it's unusual to need to do that. Okay, and now we're done. So good luck. Thank you.